Welcome back to the Bureau, a Liminal Horror actual play series hosted by Gehenna Gaming. We are now on session 6, and my name is Josh Domansky, your director for this series. Before we dive into the recap, just a quick reminder of who we are and where we can find you, please.
Yep. Hi, everybody. I'm Brandy Rose, pronouns they, them, and you can find me on Twitter at the Brandy Rose, and I'm going to be playing Bire Santos, pronouns, I think we said she, they. Very excited to be closing in on the finale.
Hey, everybody. I'm Randy Alvarenga, playing Xavier Cortez. Our pronouns are he, him. I'm really excited to get ready for the end of this story, but also scared because this story is terrifying. So good job, Josh.
On that note, for last week's session, we began in a bathroom and started out forced to leave behind a compatriot, somehow stuck within that room, not really recognizing who you guys were or really even anything you were saying. But nonetheless, we continued our dive into the research level. Soon down a dark hallway, the two of you found this locked room, or at least initially locked room. It's inside filled with blue lockers with glass panels to see on the inside. With a quick bit of vandalism, Bire entered, started looking at the interior of these lockers, only to find a book. Blue in cover, white text, title of The Bureau by Bire Santos. Now, after taking a quick glance through, experiencing some temporal distortion, to say the least, the room was explored a little bit further, Xavier claiming this glowing green ball, before moving on deeper into the level. A few more rooms were visited here, a testing area, so to speak, a meeting room where we witnessed Bire's worst nightmare, at least as of the moment, before running down the hallway and entering the office of Dr. Gall. Now, this office space had a window overlooking the vast garden on this level, yet shattered, with vines creeping inward to coat most of the floor and all the way up the walls and to the ceiling. Conveniently, on Dr. Gall's desk, there was a key card. The text on it indicated security access to level 8, but upon grabbing it, two of you met Dr. Gall. Dr. Gall being, in so many words, not of this earth anymore, despite his form being puppeted by a series of vines and dripping black ichor. That entity attempted to accost you. The glowing green ball was deployed within the room, filling it with this acid-like gel, and slowly eating away as the two of you escaped out the door and ran back around, taking the long way, all the way around the wall. Back.
There's a shorter way.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that neither of us is looking at the map so as to not spoiler anything, and therefore it results in you thinking that we're making a conscious choice and us being well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so y'all went all the way around. There was a shorter way. You avoided it. Actually, there were two shorter ways, to be honest, but...
Great.
Was the window one of those ways?
The window was one of those ways, yes.
See, it's I don't know, 40 feet up? How many feet up?
I think it was 20.
Oh,
It was 2 stories, That's
it's
still a substantial
doable,
jump, but yeah.
But
It's shorter because we would have died.
More or less. However, you did make it back into the garden. And as you were making your way back to the elevator to supposedly use that keycard to get out of here, Dr. Gall made chase. A big roving, almost tentacle-like mound of vines wrapped around that body. The vines stretching out, slowly clawing its way across the garden in your direction. And chase was made. The two of you ran down towards the elevator, hoping to beat out Gall on his way over, and were saved by the clever deployment of one pink flamingo by Xavier. Its form alluring and momentarily distracting Gall just enough the two of you to activate the elevator with the key card, enter, and shut the door before that vined form slammed into the door. Now, we begin tonight's session in that elevator. Styled wood paneling up to about the waist. The rest of it wrapped in mirrors. So you have that effect as the image bounces off of each other into infinity. It's a little dingy in there. The light isn't terribly bright. And as you enter the elevator, the door closes. It starts shifting upwards. You hear a voice just kind of come over the speaker. You hear the term. With residents, anything is possible.
Did you say with residents?
Resonance.
Resonance.
This is the same thing that chimed as you exited onto this floor as you guys were arriving. However, as we shift up, you have a moment before the door will open once again. First and foremost, you are able to catch your breath. You are safe within this space. You can heal your hit protection back up to full.
Thank God. I thought we were gonna die.
Yep.
Now again, that does not affect your ability scores. That is only your hit protection at the moment. And with that in mind, you have a moment before we enter the next floor of this building. Is there anything you guys would like to do or discuss?
What do you think's going to be on the next one?
I was kind of hoping we could go up as far as, wherever and not have to go one by one, but at this point, as long as...
Can I look at the book?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just be careful. I don't know what'll happen to you if you read ahead. What happens to me is it knocks me back 30 fucking seconds. So, have at it. I'm gonna pull the book out of my...
that doesn't make any sense. Why would I... He pans it back to you uninterested.
Okay.
I thought it was like psychic powers or something,
I mean, it does let me look a little bit into the future. It just knocks me back. I still remember everything. It just knocks me back and, sometimes get a little nosebleed. But I mean, it doesn't let me look a little. I just can't look a lot.
Note taken. He pulls out his phone. She has psychic book.
Oh my God.
Wait.
I guess. I mean, it's only, I used it to get out of, I used it when we were in that weird, gross guy's place whose office you melted.
Xavier stops and he looks at you and goes, Bire, I know. I'm just trying not to think about what murderous things are on this next floor. That's all.
Okay. To be fair, he was definitely already dead. You didn't kill him. So there's that. There's no way he was still a person.
Yeah.
Although it's good to know that even non-people can get caught with that weird flamingo thing. That was really great. That was good.
Thanks.
It'd be so nice if we could just stay in this elevator, but knowing this hellhole, if we stayed in here, it'd probably just crash.
Yep.
Bing!
Well, I still have the key card, so
Yeah.
maybe that'll help us somewhere, which I need to write that in my inventory because I didn't write that down.
And as the doors open, the first thing you notice on the frame on the interior space is a little placard with an 8 drawn on it. Now, just outside the door, what little light filters out of the elevator illuminates this space. You see sterile white walls. There appears to be all manner of equipment that's dotting the walls and the ceiling. Little, almost camera-like doodads hang from the ceiling, orbs in front kind of staring at the elevator door. The walls themselves, it's just like rows of screens and LEDs kind of blinking. There appears to be some chairs and whatnot in that space too, but there's
What's
definitely
on
more
the
here.
LEDs?
Single individual blinking lights.
Okay.
Not all of them are lit. It seems to be very dim in here by all means. The only light at this point is those small little blinking lights and what comes from the elevator, but that's the view you see, at least from the door as it opens up.
Well,
Yeah.
onwards, I guess. I'm just gonna kind of look around and start walking, see if anything moves or happens.
As you leave the elevator behind, the two of you step out, and after a moment you hear another bing, and the door is like slowly shut, cutting out the light to make this room. It's not black, like I said, it's dark in here, but there's just a little bit of illumination with the blinking lights. And presumably the little flashlight that you all have, the LED light. Now, the chamber you find yourself in, it's not terribly large. Think of like the waiting room for a doctor's office. And outside of the pieces of equipment, like I said, there are a couple of rows of chairs. And most notably, along what would be the northern wall, there appears to be one of those, the doors you find in like a submarine or a Navy ship. It's metal in nature, it's sort of oval, and it has one of those spin wheels to kind of lock it. A doorway framed like that sits on the northern wall. It's slightly ajar, presumably a space beyond it. And next to it is a observation cylinder, so to speak. It's a small space. Think of like a ticket booth where you can get a movie ticket, but this one is all glass. There appears to be a desk beyond it, presumably a door on the other side. That flanks the door on one side, and as you look at the door and the cylinder, you see the glass of the cylinder is just spattered with blood.
Gonna try not to keep. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it and try to dig through to get. And I'm gonna pull out my screwdriver as the weapon.
All right. I'm going to walk over and examine what's going on.
I give you cover.
Examine which one? You got that door, and you've got that little observation cylinder next to it. You also got all like the bits of equipment and shit all over the walls.
I mean,
chairs and...
I care more about the observation room because obviously they're observing for something. They're like, yeah, this is some kind of waiting room, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So what are they examining?
I'm gonna put my back to yours to like give you cover while you look at the blood.
Yeah.
Right. So as you get closer, the form becomes a little bit apparent. There's a slit at the... So it's not entirely glass. It's probably, wrapped in plastic or metal or drywall or something like that up to the bottom where presumably like the waste would sit. And there's a little desk beyond that on the interior. There's a small gap where you could shove maybe documents or something in between that space. But like I said, the glass that separates it, the interior and exterior is just spattered with blood. A quick look around. It's not super large. It's probably, 6 feet in diameter. Nothing crazy. Enough space for a person or two. And you can kind of look beyond and see that there does appear to be a door on the backside.
And wherever this blood came from, is there a body or anything in the room?
It's a little hard to tell based on looking through the glass itself. You have to go around and open the door on the backside.
Of course you do. I say, I don't think we're gonna know what they're doing here, which will help us with whatever weird ghost, psychic, paranormal things they have. I don't even know what's going on here still, by the way.
No,
but
me neither.
maybe they'll have something in the room, so I'm gonna go in there. Can you watch my back?
Yeah, I got you. And it's probably best to have one of us at the back anyway, not looking, just in case we have to drag the other person away. So yeah. I won't look. I'll have your back.
Okay. I'm gonna go through that. I don't know what you call that kind of door. I'm gonna go through the ajar door to go around to the other door to get into that little room.
And I will follow, walking slightly backwards with my eye on the room.
Oh yeah. So sorry for the way that the space is laid out. You don't have to go through that door to get into the little cylinder that's adjacent to it. It's not a separate room looking in. It's part of that main room.
Okay.
So it's separate.
Makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
It sure does.
All right. So you are able to go on over to the back side of it and pop it open, and the sight you've seen there's a bit of a mess.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So this looks like someone's desk. There's a chair that's sort of sitting in there. A desk that's laid out all manner of like papers and stuff that are kind of like splayed on this desk. However, everything is just coated in viscera. It's just spattered all throughout this room. You see with your light that, that deep crimson, mostly dried at this point, but also a lot of black. Just patches of this mold. Dotting there. It doesn't coat the space entirely, but it's mixing with the crimson. Now, in that office chair, you do see a body. They are dressed in what looks to be a lab coat. It's now soil, like stained red. As you go in there, the person is sitting like hunched over in their chair. So they're sort of curled up, and they just have a massive gash along their back that sort of splits it open along the side there. But they're was forgetting about the gash for a second. They're sort of almost fetal position, like curled up in that chair.
Okay. On the desk, I know there's like blood and stuff everywhere. Is there any manuals, any like instructions, anything that would give me a clue as to what's in here, like what they're doing?
Most of it's covered in blood. Most of it's soiled. Again, it's dried at this point. If you're able to kind of peek through, you can do a little bit deeper dig if you'd like, but at a quick cursory glance, appears to be a lot of like processing paperwork. You see, most prominently is like a big thick booklet of like notebook paper at this point of logs, entry and exit times, people's names, company IDs, so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't very helpful. I say we go in further.
Ugh, it smells so bad. Okay, let's go.
Before he leaves, he looks at the mold up there and he goes, "Remember those mold monsters downstairs?"
Yeah. Why?
I'm seeing some more of that stuff. And he looks down at his hands. Is the mold still creeping up his arm?
Yeah, it's probably at this point, it started on the fingers. It's not entirely encasing the hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's down the fingers further than you remember.
Yeah. He sighs and says, "Okay, let's keep going."
Okay.
Leaving that observation cylinder behind, you guys are able to go over to the door, take a look, and it's big, it's heavy, and it's hermetically sealed? Is that the right word? However, like I said, it was ajar, and you're able to kind of push it open to find it's a short hallway like space. There's another one of those doors on the far end, The only light in here is what you've brought in. This little chamber beyond is primarily steel or some polished metal. You see drains on the floor, and you look up to see shower heads on the ceiling.
Oh, you know what? This is I wonder. I'm gonna, because the door was ajar, so I'm gonna seal the door behind us.
Behind you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. As you close the door, it has a resounding like, and you hear the spinning of like the gears within the door as it shuts, and you hear a resounding like clunk as it sort of like locks shut. And then it's the two of you in the dark.
This is maybe like a decontamination type chamber.
And
Or a
as those
fail-safe.
words come out of your mouth, there is a bulb just sitting in the center of the room. It lights up, it's yellow, and starts spinning, and you hear a bam, 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 bam coming over a speaker just beyond it. And the showers just come on, burst to life, and absolutely soak the two of you. The water isn't warm by any means, and it's vaguely chemical smelling.
Mm-hmm.
But within the light of the LED, you do see, bits of black and red stained water just start to rush off of you. And after a few moments, the flashing stops, the noise dies down, and you hear another as the door on the far side unseals, and you hear it spinning as the wheel kind of unspools itself, and the door sits a little bit ajar.
All right.
I knew that would happen, but also I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So now every step that they take is like squish, 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 squish.
Yeah.
Like wet
Yeah.
shoes.
The
But
two of
you
you are
know-
soaked.
But we're cleaner.
We're definitely something. That's for sure.
Just gonna wipe like whatever like makeup might have still been there, like out of.
Yeah, I take my flannel shirt and like wring it.
Now,
Wow, Kevlar is heavy on top of wet clothes. How nice.
Now, just beyond the door is a small antechamber, so to speak. As you push past that second door, you look into the space and you see cubbies that are filled with what look like scrubs and hospital shoes and, things of that manner, towels and whatnot, that are kind of pushed off to the sides before the space kind of opens up into a hallway. And we can kind of describe that hallway when you guys get into it, if you want to keep going forward.
Well, I'm gonna grab a towel and pass it to you, and use the other one
Yeah.
on myself as much as possible. And as I'm like toweling off and like trying to like kind of just pat some water out of my hair, I'm like, it's actually pretty lucky that it was a
What?
decontamination chamber, because my other thought was that it was a failsafe, and that would have been bad.
Yeah. He takes the towel and very carefully like watches you first and then starts using it, very unsure that it's just a towel. It's like, you're not gonna like explode, you're not gonna like smother me or anything. As he like he's very nervous about everything now.
The old mimic syndrome.
You made a flamingo that hypnotizes people. Yes.
Oh, there are certainly worse things in this building.
Yes, there's Amos.
Who's that?
He's the worst thing in this building.
Buddy.
So
You
far.
set her up for that. All right. I think we go into the hallway.
Okay.
Yep.
The hallway beyond. As you walk into the space, I would imagine something that takes you back a little bit. The hallway is, in a sense, styled like an old manor house. Sconces light the hallway, producing this warm light. Nothing like the harsh industrial light that you guys have seen in the rooms that are lit, at least. There's dated wallpaper. It's probably these ugly colors that are sort of faded, mostly striped at this point. Some of it's starting to peel off of the walls itself. You look up and down the hall and see thick, like oak wooden doors with those, glass handles. This is similar to the doors that were used to enter Dr. Gall's office. These seemingly even more antiquated than that. Now, there's a gaudy, dated carpet on the ground that stretches, all the way down this long hallway that you've now entered. And at a quick glance, the wallpaper is stained, just spatters of black mold. What looks to be traces of dripped wax and patches of blood. Now, as you step into this space, look up and down, it's a little bit more narrow than the hallways you've been in previously, the ones in the other floors. It does stretch in what would be the east and west directions. Each of those ways goes on probably 100, 200 feet and ends in wooden doors. However, there are also additional doorways in this space along the northern wall, so what would be directly in front of you. To your left, there is a door that splits the space, and to your right, there are 2 doors before the hallways end.
All right.
Well, do you want to rock, paper, scissors? I'm left, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and then on 1 we show, okay?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You win.
Right.
So, let's go.
All right. We're going right, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go first.
As you step out from, what was a tiled, very modern space, the squish of your shoes lands on carpet. You head east.
Ew.
Now,
So
Horrible
why
sound.
would you keep a really old-looking part of the building like this? This is where I swear there's got to be a vampire or something in here.
I was about to say there's no way, but there's all the ways. I don't know, maybe this is just an area nobody's been to in so long. This building is so massive. Wouldn't surprise me if the employees got lost on a regular basis. Maybe they just stopped using this place.
Also fair. I just think it's vampires, so I'm gonna look for a stake. And you see him just like.
Well, we
looking
have
around
the
as they walk.
screwdriver.
It's got to be wood.
That's true. I don't know if the rules apply here, though.
That's true. That's.
Okay. No. Looking down the eastern wing of this hallway, again, it continues for 100, 150, 200 feet before ending, at a wooden door with a glass handle. And as you stare down this hallway, like I said, on the northern side, which would be on your left, there are 2 of these wooden doorways. Each of the 3 that are now within your sight, basically indistinguishable from each other. Just unremarkable wooden doorways, at least in comparison.
Okay. 2? It's in the middle.
Yeah, might as well.
Door number 2 it is. And he opens number 2, whatever that is.
Okay. Now, as you walk down the hallway, footsteps muffled by the carpet. Like you said, you still feel the squelch in your shoes that are now thoroughly soaked through. Passing that first door, you reach for the handle for the second. Click. Open the room. You find yourself in a space very much decorated like the hallway you were previously in. Still gaudy wallpaper, dated and fading. The room itself, it does have those sconces. It is not as lit as the hallway itself. There's probably half a dozen of them here at random points throughout the room. One or two of them are lit, so it does cast shadows within this space. And you see a series of glass cabinets. There are 3 rows of them. The cabinets themselves are wooden. They have wooden frames, again, as old and dated as the doors, the wallpaper, and whatnot. They are display cases, though, to think about it. So they have, glass sides and glass fronts. They probably have a set of double doors that kind of close within the center with handles on them that you could presumably, open up to look inside. But there are 3 rows, starting from front and leading backwards. The middle row appears to be tipped over, and you can kind of see broken glass all over the place. There is another door in this room. It is on what would be the western side, so on the wall to your left as you enter the space.
Can we search some of those displays?
Yeah.
The first set of display cases contains sets of what look to be bright yellow spacesuits. Each cabinet has a suit in it, kind of hung up in the space, laid out as if it was for display purposes, let's say, but easy enough for somebody to walk in there and grab. The accompanying bits are kind of taken off and spread out in a neat manner on the floor, and maybe some shelves within those cabinets themselves. There's a helmet, a set of gloves, boots, a backpack.
Are they similar to the floating guy we saw earlier?
They look very similar to the floating guy you saw earlier.
I don't know, maybe it might be. Maybe we should put them on.
Yeah.
Protect us from the mold and stuff,
I mean, that floating guy was floating around in it, so maybe it'll help. Yeah, maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe he was being protected from whatever that stuff was.
Yeah, or something else got him. Who knows? But either way, we should probably try to put these on. And I don't know. I want to look at one of the backpacks, like open it up, see what's in it.
As you open the cabinet, they're not locked, at least these ones. You're kind of able to get in there. The backpack, as you pop it open, it's not immediately apparent. Like, it's not a backpack that holds items. It is a backpack that is an apparatus.
Mm.
You can guess it's probably something to do with oxygen. Outside of that, it's probably a little outside of your area of expertise.
Mm-hmm. Crap. Okay.
What?
Well, let's start the task of trying to get into these suits.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the very least, it'll be good to change the shoes and stuff. Ours are soaked.
Agreed.
So yeah, gonna start trying to suit up.
Okay. Who grabs the first suit?
I will grab the first suit. As I suit up, it's like a montage of Batman getting ready.
We'll get there.
Batman Returns. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So as
Godspeed.
you grab the suit,
R.I.P.
take it off the rack. As you lift, I'm gonna need a strength save from you.
Ooh. Oh no, my strength isn't that good. Okay. Ooh, that's a 6 under 8.
6 under 8. Okay, you go to grab it from the wall, off like the hooks that it hangs from, and you pick it, and it is vastly heavier than you were expecting. So
Wow.
as you heft it, you kind of you catch yourself. It doesn't collapse or anything like that. That's when you notice stains of red around the neck and the holes for the arms.
Oh no. No, I'm putting this down.
Nice for something thud onto the carpeted ground.
So, definitely not putting that suit on. There's stuff in it. It's very heavy. It could be a person. I don't know.
Huh?
There's red stuff, blood, or stuff, and I don't want to think about it. So I'm leaving
Try
it.
a different suit. Try a different suit.
I kick the middle of it. Is there like anything in it?
You kick the middle. You feel a solid form inside.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Definitely.
touch the other one first.
I touched the other one.
The other suit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach out, touch it's like Nylar type fabric on the outside. You feel it give.
Oh. Okay. So we know at least that this one might have a dead body, that one doesn't. So
Yeah, so maybe put that one on.
well, why am I the one who puts on the suit of death?
I'm wearing Kevlar. I already have something to protect me.
Okay. And then I guess I start suiting up. But now this time less excited about suiting up and more apprehensive about it.
So you're suiting up in the
Classic montage.
clear one, right?
And the clear one, yeah.
Okay. The one that didn't have something in it.
Yeah.
Okay. How far do you go? So there's a backpack, there's gloves, there's boots.
I mean, if it's a
There's a
suit,
helmet?
I'm gonna try to put on as much of the suit as like I can.
Now, it's a bit of a struggle. Takes a few minutes, but over time you're able to slide this thing on. It is worth noting, the suit is bulky. Takes up 2 of your inventory slots,
Ooh.
which you do have available at the moment.
I mean, yeah, that's all my slots though.
Yeah. And when you are wearing it, it counts as 1 point of armor and 1 point of stability. But you have to, for at least the stability to maintain effect, you have to keep the seals intact and whatnot. So the helmet slides on. You feel like there was only you feel the oxygen starting to flow out of the backpack. You're met with a suspicion that it is not infinite.
It's okay. I mean, it's not like there's no oxygen outside.
Is there a way to like take the helmet off and not use oxygen for right now? Because
Sure.
I'd rather save the oxygen for
Needing it.
like a room with no oxygen.
Yeah. Now, you can take the helmet off. You don't really have a great place to store it, so you probably have to hold it if you want to bring it with you. It is big. Okay, most of your stuff can kind of fit over your shoulders or in like a small pack. That helmet is a fishbowl. So
Alright.
you're either carrying it with you or you're leaving it for the most part.
If I'm taking it off and I have to hold it, then I will take out I will leave my smartphone tripod.
I was about to say.
I don't need that right now. Like, I was gonna use it to throw at stuff. I threw it once and I got it back, but but I will leave
Okay,
that.
I've got a lot of weapons that we can use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And most notably, it's a bulky suit. The gloves fit fairly nicely. Actually, it probably fits a little better than you were expecting, but you're still dealing with glove hands.
Got it. Okay.
It's okay. I'm here. I can help.
As he walks down the hall.
Well,
Now, it is a nice lightweight material. It doesn't breathe. It's supposed to be contained, so take that how you may. You are nice and clean now, though. But now you have this, yellow spacesuit.
I wonder if they wear this at work all the time as he continues walking down the room.
well, for my sake, I hope they don't have to.
Oh. We might want to check the other suit for who it might be. Maybe they have a key card or something.
You mean check the decapitated dead body?
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever. I'm the one that's currently armed, so I'm gonna turn around and, with the screwdriver, kind of try to feel along the suit to see if I can feel just body or if it catches on a card or something. Like patting them down, but with the tip of it.
It is a bulky suit.
Disgusting.
I don't think even with the screwdriver it would have enough fidelity to kind of make out features, but as you're poking it, it does feel roughly like a human form in there.
Heinous. Are there any pockets?
On the outside? No.
I hate that you sipped like that. Okay, but I'm just gonna...
As he smiled as well. You got this. You got this. And I'm just like,
and I'm gonna reach down the front of the suit to see if there's a pocket on the inside, and I'm just...
You can unzip it. It's got the same way.
I wish you would have said that before I did this.
Put it on. So reaching the hand in.
It's too late now. Yeah.
Okay. So down the front end. Now it is worth noting that the neck part does kind of like seal up, and you can see that Xavier would have had to put their head through that little bit, and they kind of even in the.
I have accepted that my hand is flush with the corpse. Yes, thank you.
So you're going into there and feeling around. And you land on something solid.
Yeah, no shit.
No, I'm outside of the body.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Ooh.
I know.
Bitch. Yeah.
37.
37.
It's cool to be like, ooh, is this the D100 of things you find, or is this the D100 of things that'll happen to you?
Yep. There's definitely those two tables at least.
Now, you grab it. You're feeling it, and it's almost like porcelain. Feeling it's cold. I mean, first of all, your hand is kind of like feels like you're putting it in mush. But again, as you grab onto it, you feel like cold porcelain.
I'll pull it out.
Okay. And a resounding. Now, two things. The first looks like you have a mug in your hands.
Are you shitting me?
It's interesting, and we'll get to the mug in a second.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it...
It's probably a mug of destruction or
Stop
something.
talking.
The second, as you retch your hand out, you see your arm is stained black, and you feel the spores just out. I need you to make a control save for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's see. It's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20 equal to or under your current control score.
Let's see. It's no. My current, it would have been fine, but my current score is 9, so I got a 13. And so, no.
As you retch your arm out, you feel the spores like take off into there. You can see it. Xavier, you safe in your helmet see this.
Just
basically snow that is created out of this black that now coats Bire's hand, grasping a mug. And you breathe them in.
Fuck.
I need you to roll a D12 for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 2.
2. Now,
No.
Xavier, you see this before Bire does, almost certainly. As Bire is coughing, you notice something above her. You almost think it's a smudge on the inside of that helmet. But as she's coughing and shifts and moves, you see, ooh, it's hovering like about here. And you see it slowly start to expand. It almost looks like just black flames sitting perched above their head, slowly branches out into a halo-like form. I need you to roll a d4 for me, Brandy.
Okay.
Did you say Brandy or Randy?
Brandy.
Oh.
No.
I'm glad. Thank you for the clarification there.
Yeah, you were about to fuck me up. I rolled a 3.
A 3. Your maximum control score increases to a 16.
Christ.
Your current is up to a, how's math work, 12?
Don't ask me. I once embarrassed myself on stream by getting stuck counting to 10. Don't.
Now, you take the Fallout. Halo of Black Flame.
The
Now, it is
coolest Fallout.
reporting that this does consume an inventory slot. So you'll need to either rejigger some stuff or drop something.
I will drop something. I will drop, I'll drop that voice recording that we never checked or used anyway.
Okay. I'll give you the details
what
on
did you
that
call
later, but it's Halo of Black Flame. It's the Fallout.
Cool.
That is the
Or
most
not.
metal Fallout.
It is.
I love it.
It is.
Like
I'm
the
slightly
idea
less
of it.
mad at
I
you
don't
now.
want it, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm like a little tiny bit less mad at you now.
Now, Xavier, you see Bire rips this. It's a porcelain mug out. Choke on the spores, just whoosh, form above her head.
That was disgusting.
Are you okay?
I mean, I'm very grossed out, and my hand, I don't even want to look at it. I kind of want to go back to the tunnel and take another shower.
I think
Shit
we
was
should
nasty.
probably, yeah. But the longer we're in here, the more we're surrounded by these spores anyway. I think we need to just keep going forward.
Yeah, I'll just take like my, like some sort of like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I had to take my like, oh no, I didn't because I didn't get changed. Whatever. I'm gonna like slip out of my shoe real quick, take my sock off, wet ass sock, and like wipe my hand that was in there. Just kind of like wipe as much as I can and wipe the mug. Fuck that sock, I guess.
No.
That's odd.
As you wipe the mug. It's a white porcelain mug, like you'd see at many office places. On the outside, it has black, bold letter text that just reads, "This meeting sucks." As you hold it, though, you do feel that slight tingle, that little bit of attraction to the mug, I suppose. That's what not as encompassing as the flamingo was. This one a little different, but the energy in it is palpable.
Can my irritation save me from falling hypnotic to this fucking mug?
Doesn't appear to have that same type of attraction.
Seeing Bire like start like messing with her head again, I go, hey, well, see, you're looking at me, meaning you're not hypnotized by the thing. So at least there's that, it doesn't hypnotize. And he writes a note.
I'm dropping it into the satchel. Into the satchel, you're fine. Just like kind of like toss it in there. There's nothing hard in there. It'll be fucking fine. They could fucking put it in the satchel, and I'm like, yeah. Check the dead body for a key card. You have gloves on. You check them next time.
No, it is worth
And
noting.
like rubbing at my head.
You will have to abandon something else to take that mug with you.
Right. That's fine.
However, actually, if you would like, you can carry additional items past your limit of 10. You just reduce your hit protection to 0.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, don't do that one.
Thanks, I'm good.
Whenever the GM gives you a choice like that, the
No.
answer is usually no.
Yeah. As much as it has been useful, I'm going to ditch the baton because I have other stuff that doubles as well.
Because
That's
now
like,
you have a screwdriver.
I have a screwdriver. I have the screwdriver and hammer from the toolkit, and I have bolt cutters.
Ooh, nice.
So
Lovely.
I think we're good with like heavy objects to swing, and that one's not terribly useful. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna take the fucking stupid ass mug.
Okay. Just drop a baton for a mug.
Why not? The mug has weird hypnotic powers, and
Does
you
it?
know, worst case scenario, I can throw that at somebody also.
I love that that Bire is like, yo, this mug has hypnotic powers.
The flamingo helped us,
Yeah,
and I
it's
thought
true.
that was stupid. So
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a weird thing from here that might do some unforeseeable.
I feel like
shit.
anything that's like plain in this place is not plain and is definitely evil
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Plus the like baton, I brought that. You know, it's just a baton. There's nothing weird about it. So whatever. I have a hammer. I have a screwdriver. I have bolt cutters. They're
Perfect.
more important.
All right.
Okay. You have a novel, an obsidian black pyramid, and now a mug.
Great.
We're ready for anything the world can throw at us.
Especially a nice cup of coffee.
I'm not drinking anything out of that mug.
Good to know.
That's smart. That is smart, actually.
No.
That's how you die. Mm-mm.
As you sit here in this room, you've now dunked your hand in viscera. You've
Yeah. Wiped it with
one
a
of you
sock.
has a little spacesuit on. You're down one sock. That's going to be uncomfortable.
Whatever.
You have more of a room to explore if you'd like, or you can head back down to the hallway. The choice is yours.
Do we want to go in that room?
Let's go.
Okay. I'll go first since, and he does his best like moon walk imitation, like hopping from foot to foot, and he's like, I've always wanted to be a spaceman. Just let me do it. And then he goes back to it.
Wasn't gonna say anything.
I open the door.
I'm sorry, were you going back to the exit door you guys came in? Or
No, the door, like to the. You said on the west side.
Yeah.
On the yeah.
Just pop the door in. You see flickering lights. No, this space is a little less house, a little more corporate. You can still see some of the motifs there. The sconces are still on the wall. The wallpaper's there, but it looks like somebody had tried to at least decorate the space a little bit differently. The carpet's been ripped up and replaced with carpet, but, you know, corporate carpet, not house carpet. And the space looked like it held a cube farm of some sort. You see, like, the barriers and walls of cubicles kind of spaced up and making like a bit of a labyrinthian space in here. This is not nearly as large as, you know, the other cubicle site you guys visited on the administration floor. This is probably maybe 50 desks that were in here at one point, but some of the walls have been taken down. This whole place has been sort of repurposed, and it looks like it's living spaces. You see within like the segmented cubes, there's like comfy chairs and like pull-outs and futons and so on that kind of spread throughout it. But like I said, it creates this like labyrinthian type of setup. And you guys are kind of on the outside of it as you open the door and like look into the space.
All right. So they live here.
It would not surprise me if they never went home, but I would really, really like it if they did, because if they don't go home, then there's no reason to have an exit. So I really hope this is just a
Oh,
weird
dear
thing.
God. And then he just starts rummaging around, like looking for like any sign inside that these people leave.
Okay, so you enter the first space, just the one closest
Yeah.
to you.
Yep.
No. As you enter into like what stands for thoroughfares that pass between the different segmented bits. The first thing you notice is on these walls, these, you know, former cubicles that now form the spaces here. It appears that someone has drawn on them.
That's usually a very good sign of sane people living in a space.
No.
Yeah.
As you take a closer look, it's just gibberish sigils, almost finger painted with crimson and black liquid.
Yeah.
Do you head deeper?
Why not?
Yeah.
No. This place does give the appearance of, the layout, as you can see as you guys enter into it, but you can follow it around and eventually you'll find your way into the central space. You've got enough height to kind of see and look and see some of the cubicles are formed and to make it like a little lounge area, so to speak. A little bit larger than the cubes themselves, but it will take some figuring out to kind of get into there. However, you walk in, take a look in one of the cube spaces. Again, it's a table, a couple of personal effects kind of spread out on it, a futon. The bed in this case is like neatly made. It's not like somebody was sleeping in there. Do you want to keep looking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you poke your head into the second one. You find the space significantly messier. What was once an office chair is like shattered on the floor. It's the cushioned portions of the seats repetitively ripped and torn. Another futon, another small bed lies here. This one occupied. You see a body lying face up on it. And as you shine with your LED light, you see their front portion, their torso has been carved up. Those same type of sigils and scenes you've seen on the wall just sliced into their torso.
Take a picture. Take a picture with your fucking phone.
I can't get my phone. Yeah.
One stress.
All right. Yeah, no, that is a stressful thing, and I am not excited about it.
Where do I mark stress again?
Stress pulls directly from your hit protection.
Thanks. Great.
It's as if you were taking damage.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
So here's the unfortunate thing. I can't reach my phone from here. It's
Okay,
inside.
but I'll get it. Oh,
It is inside my suit. Yeah, no.
smart.
We're friends, not that good.
You're good.
But what makes me more nervous about this, Vita, is whoever did this is still out there.
But they could have left.
If we can't leave, they probably couldn't.
No, I meant they could be on another floor. They don't have to be here.
I don't think
They're
so.
probably
I
here.
think- yeah. This has happened on every floor. There is something weird going on, and here we have devil worshippers.
Let me and I'm gonna grab my I'm just gonna take a little note. Maybe in the bureau, maybe in the cover page, where it's like blank, and I'm gonna draw some of the sigils really shilly with a pen really quickly.
What happens when she writes these sigils in this book? Nothing.
Nothing.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Write them in their presence. A
just
quick
never
point
know.
of order before I forget about it. The bulky spacesuit does give you one stability. Stability is stress armor.
Oh,
So that 1 point of stress.
Hey!
is-
Gets absorbed.
Yeah, so you're back to full hair protection.
That's so cool.
I was hoping to use that when monsters attacked us.
No, it's
Whatever.
I'm just
ever
kidding.
present. It's as long as you wear that suit and it's sealed and impregnable.
Okay. Cool.
You
That's,
have
that's
stability.
super helpful.
We can actually write that right in your sheet. Let's go.
The GM helping me
And
understand
There
this
we go.
technology sheet he's made. Priceless.
Okay, lovely. So you've made it just a little bit into the space, a couple of cubes in. It's not too much further to find the center. Again, you have to keep diving in. You guys can keep looking here, but you have found this body now, sort of splayed open.
Yeah. What do you
Well,
think? We can
I
keep
think,
going. Or...
Well, yeah. Let's. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right.
No, as you push further in, the walls of this thoroughfare are only increasingly filled with more of these sigils. Mostly black at this point. No. Do you look at any more of these cubes? Or do you just push forward to find...
I'm gonna peek my head in. No, I'm peeking my
Grateful
head
you're
in the
peeking.
cube.
Okay. You see more... Some of these spaces, again, still untouched. Each of them is sort of personal. This isn't like a standard form, but for the most part, they have, personal effects. They have chairs. They have a small desk and a bed to sleep in. Now, you can spend some time to rummage through any of these things if you so choose, other than a quick peek.
Are there people in the beds?
Some of them.
Like, yeah, splayed open and stuff?
As you continue to push forward, you do find an additional 2 bodies. Just, laying on their beds or carved open.
All right. So whatever did this is still out there. So
we should keep moving.
Yep.
Quickly.
All right. Let's go back to the hallway.
Speed walking.
Yeah, to the hallway.
So you turn around and leave?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I want to keep an eye out for movement.
I'm just speed walking.
No, it is worth noting. Bire, you don't have the helmet on.
No, I don't.
You would probably note this. It might be a little harder for Xavier. As you guys turn around to go to leave, you're approaching the center. You're almost there. You hear a sound kind of echo from it.
Fuck.
What? Why are you... No, what's going on? I'm being quiet.
Shut up.
And after another moment, you hear another, noise.
What the noise is that supposed to be? Is that like a footstep that's bloody, or is it like a mechanical? What is that supposed to sound like?
It is not mechanical in nature. It sounds organic. Does not sound like footsteps.
Okay.
It sounds like a ripping of some kind.
Yeah, that would be a good way to describe it.
I'm gonna lean in close to whisper as quietly as possible. I think whatever did that is doing it right now. Here. Very close. So shut up and move.
Okay.
We're gonna go. I have the screwdriver out and we're walking quickly.
Is the
quietly.
intention to be as quiet as possible?
Yes.
All right. I need dexterity saves from the both of you.
If you fucking trip and fall, so help me God, I will kill you myself.
I mean, you might have to because my dexterity is not what that is.
I got a 4 under 10.
Okay, lovely.
I got a 16 over 9.
Okay, so describe how you fail to remain stealthy to me, please.
Yeah, so as B-Day probably gets down a little bit and ready to sneak around, so does Xavier, and he's going, but he misinterprets how bulky the suit is compared to his body, and so he at one point thinks he hears something and turns, and the back of his suit bangs against whatever was behind him.
Okay. So in this, fairly silent space, you hear a resounding bang. Just metal frame with the pack smack into wall.
I forgot I was wearing the pack. Move. Okay.
Now, as that, that bang noise sort of lingers in the space. You hear one more of like the sounds, and then silence. You run?
Yeah.
Yes.
The two
Doom,
sprint
doom,
down
yeah.
the hall. Now you are a little more agile in this spacesuit. Than
Okay,
you
okay.
think. It is. Yeah.
I am thinking like.
I'm imagining like 13 from My Hero Academia.
This is more closer to, you know, those type of suits that you'd see, like the contamination.
Was it like an
folk.
alien?
Not, I wouldn't say quite that bulky. In this instance, it is a nice, like, thick material. You're able to freely
Okay.
move. It's
Technology has advanced a little bit more than I thought.
I-
Okay,
no.
got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're yeah, no Big Daddy. Nothing. You're able to, it's still bulky. It's still hard to move, but you're not like lumbering.
Okay, great. Thanks.
As the two of you bolt out of the space, you head back to the storeroom, or go
So
straight
the
for the hallway.
storeroom was right before the hallway. Like that's how we got into this room. But both of these doors should go to the hallway, right? Like
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the hallway,
okay,
presumably.
Presumably,
Yeah, let's go to the hallway.
as you
Presumably.
quickly sprint down the space, find the outer edge, and run around the outside. You do see that door, you know, wooden with a glass handle. You run, grasp it, open the door to the beyond. We are going to take a quick break.
Yes, we are.
Are you enjoying the Bureau? Well, you can show off your allegiance to the Monolith with exclusive merchandise, including short sleeve and long sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, and more. All proceeds from sales go directly to funding production and the cast and crew of the Bureau. You can check out our special bonfire shop in the description below. Consider donating to the Help Brandy Get to Safety Fund in order to assist with our player and friend Brandy Rose's moving costs as they make a necessary move from the United States back to their home of Germany. Brandy is a great person, friend, streamer, and producer. Let's show that we can come together as a community. Anyone who donates at least $10 to the fund, send me a screenshot of your donation and your name and you'll get a special shout out during the show. You can find the link to the GoFundMe in the description below. If you are enjoying the programming, The Bureau, you can find the system Liminal Horror and its module, The Bureau, at goblinarchives.itch.io/liminal-horror. The link is in the description below. If you're enjoying this program today, consider subscribing to Gehenna Gaming to get up to date with all our latest actual play series.
For the break, the two of you were running from an unseen entity, leaving these living quarters behind, wrenching the door open, and entering the hallway once more. Now, you find the space as you left it. Carpet, wallpaper, sconces, stains all over the place, stretching in both directions. You did exit out the door you expected into the hallway itself, a little bit further, closer to the elevator and the processing chamber which you guys started at the door you entered, but the world is your oyster. There's still plenty of doors in this space, including the one at the end of the hall, in this current wing you're in.
All right.
Honestly.
End of the hall. Yeah.
End of the hall. Yeah. Fuck all those other doors. Absolutely not.
The two of you turn, would be to your left in this case, and sprint, trot. You
Sprint.
desperate?
Sprint.
Sprint, run down the hall, you know. Bire probably out in front, running a little faster. Xavier behind, making a little bit more clomping noise. You bound down the hallway. Now it's only a couple hundred feet, like I said, so soon you make it to this door. You know, large oak door, glass handle. Grab and enter.
Yeah.
I feel like that sounds familiar, but okay.
Oh, all these doors look the same.
Oh, well. Then yes.
So you grasp the handle, turn it. It does turn. You're able to quickly push open and find yourself in the space beyond. You shut the door?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick.
I also go, when do I get to float like the guy who was floating in this suit before? That's
Don't
what
joke.
I'm being 100% serious. If I have to deal with moldy freaking fingers and all this stuff, the least this place can do is give me float powers. That's all I'm saying. And he's
Did you not watch that movie with that creepy little kid? Don't say that shit.
Yes. All right. What is
That
this?
power might be right in front of you for all you know.
Yeah.
However, this space is another sharp contrast to the hall before. You see, it's like drop ceiling. So you've got that like shit foam that you see in office spaces that's like up there. This room is lit. You know, it's got cheap fluorescent lights that are kind of like sputtering, but enough to illuminate the space. The floor itself is linoleum or some type of material like that. Enough where it was shiny at one point. It's a little bit scuffed up. Spread throughout, there are now these just sort of flashing emergency lights. You know, red in nature. Two of them sitting above doors on what would be the north and south end of this room. Now, just a few more things. In the center of this room lies an observation cylinder. That's how to think about it. It's a lot like the observation cylinder that was sitting in the intake room that you guys started in after you left the elevator. This one, bigger. You know, the previous one was meant to hold a single person. This one takes up like the center of the room. It stands as a column, you know, floor to ceiling. The angle you come in, you see the doorway, and presumably there's a set of stairs that go up to sort of like a tower, almost a panopticon in nature, with glass that sits maybe 10 feet off the ground. And again, the ceiling's probably 20 feet from where you stand. Now, beyond that, there are the two doorways. One to the north, one to the south. Both of these doorways they're almost prison-like in nature. They are, you know, a series of bars, and the doors themselves presumably slide on a track to open and close. Surrounding these doors are a series of equipment. You see metal detectors, you see belts, you see tables, whole 9 yards, ropes to section people off, you know, perched at the entrance of both of these doorways, north and south. To the north, all that equipment, it's, you know, not currently operational. There's no one there. The door stands ajar. To the south, the door's closed, and it looks as if somebody pushed all of that equipment to barricade itself up against the, you know, the closed bar door. You are alone in this space. And again, it's silent save for... It's not sound it's making, but it makes you think of an alarm as you see the spinning red lights above the two security doors.
Well, I guess we just keep going.
Yeah.
Just make sure not to, I don't know, open anything accidentally. This doesn't look like the kind of place we should be poking around too much.
Yeah. It's giving me prison vibes for sure. Which door?
Oh, God.
No. Again, you've got the door to the north that stands ajar, that observation cylinder that lies in the center. The door to the south is closed and barricaded, but it's not like you couldn't try and get to it if you wanted to. It's just all the equipment's kind of shoved up against the door in a haphazard manner. And it's easy enough to see beyond. There are hallways that lay beyond both of those doors.
Yeah, I think maybe the first door, the one that's slightly ajar. Might as well try that one.
Now heading to the north.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you come up to a set of, it's like a security checkpoint. There's metal detectors, belts. It's a lot like the lobby that you guys entered. And also like the lobby, this station is abandoned. The door lies open. You see a hallway beyond.
What do you think they're checking for?
I don't know. I mean, behind us, they obviously left somebody with something to carve people up with, so I don't really know what the point would be. Plus, I mean, it's not like anybody could have possibly gotten up here without going through the lobby security check, so I don't know.
I mean, what if it's this moldy stuff?
Yeah, but how would a security detector stop the moldy stuff? And for that, they have those decontamination chambers. Although I guess it didn't really work if your fingers are still moldy.
Yeah. Like, what if it, like, snuck in? It's been literally on most of the floors we've been on. What if that's what's causing this lockdown or something?
Maybe. I guess we should just hope that it hasn't gotten the director. Or maybe that's what's keeping him trapped somewhere so he can't stop the lockdown. But I don't know. Gonna look at the stuff on the, like, as we pass, I'm just kind of like looking at the stuff on the security check.
Okay. Same as you had seen previously as you entered. Just a scattering of papers, probably at least a bag kind of sitting there. Looks like it was actively used at one point. It has the signs of active use, but you do see no one. The belt is inactive, but as you pass through the metal detector, it, lights up. Beep, 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 beep.
Yep. Screwdriver in hand, like, yeah. I know. Your whole ass suit would probably.
Yep.
So.
I stepped through it.
Just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
I guess we just keep going and hope. At this point, I don't want to see anybody else. Everybody we've seen so far has been pretty awful.
Yeah, I don't think... I think the only normal person, and then he does the air quotes, and then he looks at you, and he's like, what was her name? The HR woman. Janice or whatever?
Janet.
Yeah.
I don't know how normal she seemed.
I mean, she was at least had a name.
That's true.
Mr. Hey, I'm now Poison Ivy. Just kind of attacked. So
yeah.
This place sucks.
This place really sucks. God, I hope we can leave. Well, and then like I'm gonna pat this satchel and be like, technically I have to leave if I write this. Or another version of me wrote it and they're already dead.
He's about to ask, and then he's like, never mind, I don't want to know.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering if I make it. No.
Neither of us is in the book. Did I
What?
not say that?
You
Neither of
wrote a
us is
book-
in the book.
It's
Well, I
just
didn't write
Yulia?
that, but it's just Yulia. She's the only person in the book.
I'm not even cool enough to be made an optional character.
I'm not even in the book.
Okay, B-Day. And then he
Okay,
he turned
first
and
of
walked
all,
away.
it's obviously not me that wrote this particular book. But yeah, I don't know. You know how I joked in the beginning that she'd be my protagonist, and she seems like the girl that I always write as like the hero of the stories, and maybe that's why this version only has her in it. I mean, she didn't go through any of the things that we did because we got separated, but she's still the one in the book that's doing all of them.
It's true.
So, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about either of us.
Okay. Oh, moving
keep going.
forward.
No. The space beyond. You find yourself in a hall. Long, the spaces continues that trend of linoleum floors and crap drop ceilings. The hall itself is probably 30 feet wide, but it's maybe 100 feet long. It's long. It's almost a hallway in and of itself, if not for the width. Now, as you walk into the space, you see all the way at the far end a doorway. However, the walls, each of them, are also lined with doors. The doors that, they have little viewport windows and whatnot, but they're all evenly spaced. And there's probably a dozen on each side.
Great, that's a lot of doors.
I'm not sure where to go from here.
It is worth noting, the door all the way at the end on the right is ajar. The rest lie closed.
You know what? And Theory is going to kind of like clear her nose a little bit in preparation and pull the book out and prepare to give herself a nosebleed. Just be like, well, let's see what we do. Maybe
Whoa,
it's fine.
No, it's not
Yes.
fine. The last time you did that, you got a nosebleed, right?
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It happened the time before that too,
And
or
what if
only a
it keeps
little.
happening? And what if it gets worse? And then what if you leave me here by myself? I'm not the protagonist. I'm not going to survive. I need you. Please don't read the book. Please.
Fine. I'll save it. I'll save it for when we maybe really need to.
Yeah.
Our
There's no
funeral,
cheat codes
okay.
in the bureau.
Fair.
Go.
That's fair.
Let's see.
Okay, so what do you guys do? You have all these doors. Like I said, they have windows. There's that door all the way at the end, and there is the door close to that door on the right-hand side that is ajar currently. There's also the space beyond you. You guys don't have to explore this one.
I think what's the closest door to us? Like closest with the window?
There's one on either side.
Oh,
as
either
you
side,
guys
okay.
walk
So
into
I'm
the space.
gonna go to the right
And I'll
one, and I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna look through the window.
You look through the
Or
window.
try.
Yeah, you see the space now. These almost appear jail cell-like in nature.
Oh no.
Is how you think about it. But as you look into this room, you see bare white walls, a single spotlight kind of shining light down upon an object that lies at its center. In this case, looks like a vending machine.
So the vending machine is in jail. That tracks.
wait, what? I look in the viewpoint.
Does it look like the one from like when we were there with those students?
It's similar in form, obviously being a vending machine. This one, let's say it has sodas. It's not a snack vending
Nice.
machine.
Okay, well, they put the snack vending machine in prison. Gonna assume for good reason, since last time something was isolated, it was for good reason. So let's not open that door, but maybe let's check the others as we go.
Sounds good to me.
Can you check the left side and I'll check the right side?
Yeah.
Just don't open the doors.
Oh, you wouldn't need to tell me that. I wasn't planning on
Well,
it.
you know, you think, but it's better to be clear.
As you-
Randy agrees.
as you go down the line to check out the rooms, the first one looked like a plain white cell. Each of the consecutive rooms varies in form. You see what looks like warehouse space, a classroom, a bathroom. Each of the spaces changes in nature as you kind of look into the door. They're all about the same size. They're all pretty small and self-contained. Maybe the size of a bedroom up to
So weird.
the size of a place. However, each of them has a different object in it. Some on pedestals, some just on the floor. You see a snow globe, a motorcycle, a spool of wire, a leather-bound tome, a large, heavy-looking dagger, a smoking violin, a set of glasses, a piggy bank, and so on, you know. And each of you see all of these items in these rooms, stationary, sitting there, each under light, until you come up to the door on the end that's currently ajar. Now, before we do that, what do you guys do?
I'm not messing with any of those things. They're in prison. They're probably in there for a reason.
I'm probably gonna stop by the door with the snow globe, just like looking at it a little longer.
Yeah, like I like the flaming violin, but like out of all of the other things, it's probably not as cool as, you know, like a handkerchief or something.
Choice is yours.
I'm not touching any of them.
No.
What's the room with the snow globe look like?
Yeah.
The snow globe room is like the interior of an igloo, but not actually like that. It's painted to look like it. So you see it's almost like Animal Crossing. It's like snow-like in nature. And you see, you know, like...
Now, why'd you
something
have to go and
jumping
say that?
But at the center, there's a pedestal that kind of sits up, and you see that snow globe just sitting there. It's a little too far away to tell what's in it. But it does have the form and presumably function of a snow globe.
Wait, Bire, what are you thinking? Why are you making that face at the window?
It's just, you know, sometimes we touch some things or we open some doors in here and we get that gross roller coaster stomach feeling and we end up in a different place for a little bit.
Yes.
I'm wondering if maybe these things aren't isolated because they're trouble or because they hurt you, but because maybe they're like portals or something.
Huh.
And I was just wondering about this one. I don't know. I can't.
You like snow globes?
I like snow, but that's not the point. It's just all of the others, they seem kind of sinister or creepy, and this one is just a snow globe and like an igloo-y place that seems pretty far away from here. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. And you, Xavier, you hear Bire, you know, talking about nice things with this black flame just slowly getting wider above her head.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bire knows it's there yet either.
No, haven't noticed.
Oh.
Why would I? Haven't seen my reflection.
That's true. That is a good point. So he's looking at you with this glowing halo, and he's looking at you look at the snow globe, and he's like, "Beat it. What if us, like, the longer we're here, the more stuff we're dealing with, right? Like this mold on my hands, and the flaming halo you have, and all of
I'm
the other...
sorry.
What?
The what that I have? No. I had the maggots in my skin, remember? I still don't really know how to use them, but like I'm pretty sure if I poke and I think about them, they'll, you know.
Oh, I thought
Remember?
you knew.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that above your head.
If I move my head, does it move like perpendicular to me, or does it stay stationary and I see it?
No, it stays like
on
where you're moving. So as you move, it shifts.
Okay. Well, I'm just.
So,
What are you talking about?
I mean, if you're trying to look at it, you're not going to be able to see it. It's whatever it is attached to your head. It's getting
Oh wait,
bigger.
wait. Can I like look at my reflection in your helmet?
Try.
Okay. I'm gonna
try to lean
like,
towards
don't
the
move.
light.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look at my reflection in the helmet.
As you catch it, you know, you see yourself, some makeup probably still running down your face, hair probably still pretty sopping wet. Not sopping, but, you know, wet.
It's wet, yeah.
Just flickering ring of black about 6 inches above the top of your head.
I'm sorry. I thought you...
Well, what does that do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna poke it.
Oh my god.
You
Well,
reach
it's
up,
my head.
and it's as if nothing is there.
Yeah, I
You
can't
know,
feel
Xavier,
anything. It's not
you
hot.
see the hand pass through. There's no heat. There's no. It's not like you're
Well-
passing through ectoplasm or anything. It's just dead
Yeah.
space.
That's so weird that we can see it, but I can't feel anything. Well, I don't feel any different. I feel fine.
So
Um,
why don't I mess with this snow globe? And if something bad happens, it happens to me. You've had enough.
well, I guess you
Shit
have the
happened to
suit
you.
on.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. I don't.
Maybe.
And if it does something nice, I'll give it to you. Because
I mean, it's mostly, if it gets you out and you can come back, then come get me. If it gets you out, you
obviously.
can't come back. If you're not back in what's a good time? Should we?
You're
5 or 10
assuming that
minutes?
I'm leaving, and I'm going to tell
just
you
in
right now, I don't
case.
think that's a thing.
I don't know. Well, just in case, if I can't see you, I'll come get you in 5 minutes. And if you
Okay.
don't come out of the room in 5 minutes after a brief look-see and touch, whatever, then I will come out and get you with my eyes closed, like we did with the flamingo.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do. Yep. So I guess I'm stepping into the room that I did not want to go in the first
Alright.
place.
Well, the first thing you notice is you
Ain't it
reach
nice?
for the door and grab the handle. It's locked.
Ah, well, there
That's
goes
hard.
that idea.
What kind of lock does it have? I also have screwdriver.
It does not appear to have a visible lock on the door itself. The handle is plain. It just simply doesn't budge as you shift it.
What if I put screwdriver between the door and the wall?
Might be enough space to get in there.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. So you shove it in there.
Mhm.
Are you trying to brute force, or are you
I'm
trying
trying to jimmy the
be,
lock.
Are you trying to be dexterous with it?
That's the question.
It's more like dexterous, because brute force doesn't really help if you're in the wrong fucking spot.
As you kind of shift the screwdriver in and jimmy around a little bit to see if you can trick the lock, I need you to make a dexterity save to see if you're careful enough to do so.
Let's see what my dexterity. Oh well, I definitely made that because I just rolled a 2. My
Two,
dex is
perfect.
10.
So, shove the blade of the screwdriver in and just shift it a little bit until you hear
Tight.
the door. The door just it releases pressure. You hear this that kind of forces out, and you see the condensed air kind of
Whoa.
force out of the door, but it is ajar.
Oh,
There you
so I
go.
think having the suit is gonna help.
With your oxygen, especially.
What? All right.
Make sure your helmet's locked.
Will do. All right.
You got this. And no matter what, I'll see you in 5. Okay.
I go into the room.
Into the room.
And I close the door.
How do you close the door?
Normal? I don't
Okay.
know.
Can I put my back against it?
I mean, you can put your back against the door, sure, but are you going to shut the door all the way? Is that the plan?
Was I not supposed to?
You
I
tell me.
don't,
What do you want to
I
do?
don't know what's in that room.
I mean, the door suction locked and sealed
Oh,
off everything.
that's
so
true.
I would rather you not
Okay.
lock me in, but yes.
I can close it before the lock snaps, where it's the door is rusting closed. But if you kicked it, it would open.
Okay.
Yes,
Fair enough.
thank you. Thank you.
So okay. Xavier, you find yourself in the room. It's not big. It's maybe the size of the room you see behind me. Looks like an igloo on the inside, and at the center is the pedestal with a snow globe.
They really went all out on decorating this place, didn't they? I touched the snow globe, and if I start feeling the little tingly sensation,
You're wearing gloves.
oh, well,
Ha!
I give it a little shake. Does it
Okay.
do anything?
You go to grab the snow globe, you pick it up, a little shake. You see flecks of glitter kind of swirling within whatever mystery liquid is inside a snow globe. Now, inside, you see It's like a winter scene. It looks like a cozy house with a snowman. The house itself looks familiar, but you can't quite place where you would know this house from. And as you shake it and let it settle,
Oh God.
Yeah.
you see movement inside.
Oh my God.
As
Wow,
you-
you're a dick.
You see the form of
Whoa,
a
you
person
suck.
just like get up off the ground and
Oh.
look up and like brush
Brush themselves.
themselves off and then look and stare at you and walk up to like the glass edge and place their hands on it and look.
Wow. Don't shake
Um,
that.
B-Day.
What?
B-Day.
What?
There's a person in here.
I'm gonna.
There's
open
an
the door
entire
and come
person.
in.
I
gonna come
put
in.
it down very carefully.
And as you put it down, you see the face kind of go panicked and go no and like
Oh,
smack
okay.
on it.
Wait,
I'm coming
no,
in.
No, what if he's a criminal? What if he's
I'm
locked up in
coming in.
here for a reason?
Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. What are you that's a person.
Yeah. He's alive.
What's
And-
this person look like?
They almost look like a security guard. You see like a blue sort of button up. There's like a little badge perched on the chest. He's got a belt on. You see tiny little like flashlight and presumably like a taser or something like that on there. Just like maybe even he's wearing a little bit of body armor too.
Well, they were experimenting on people. Maybe he's just like a victim of the experiment. I don't
Yeah.
exactly think the people that run this place are the good guys.
That's fair. But what? Okay. Questions.
Mhm.
A. Why is he in there? And how would we even try to get him out if we were even thinking
Gonna
about that
put the
hypothetically?
screwdriver down and lift
He's
the peak of the
tiny.
hammer. But maybe it's one of those things where he'll get big if we crack the glass.
Okay. B. He's a murderous hobo, and you let him out, and he tries to shoot us with that little taser gun he's got there.
Well, he'd have to. First of all, you're wearing a suit. You can't be tasered.
Yeah, you can. It's called conductivity. I am next. I don't know if that's how it works, but that might be how it works. And so you don't know. Just saying.
I do actually kind of know.
Uh-oh.
And if
Oh.
there's space between you and the thing and it doesn't touch you, it's not. The fabric is not conducted to electricity.
Okay. Regardless, I'm nervous about letting him out. All right, that's the point.
Okay. And
But-
the alternative is he's a security guard who got taken advantage of by this place and experimented on, or maybe just accidentally walked in and got experimented on. They lock him away for observational purposes because they're sick freaks. And he could know this place and he could help us get to the top so that we can get out. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be here either. And sometimes the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Plus,
Damn
an
it! Why do
extra
you have to
body-
use so much logic?
Yeah, and you know what? An extra body is an extra body.
All right. But if
So
he
I'm gonna
tries to
lean
attack
down,
us, if he
and I'm
tries
gonna-
to attack us,
Yeah, okay, then we will beat the shit out of him. I got you. I understand. I was ready to kill Amos. Frankly, I'm ready to do anything at this point to get out of here. Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the dude who's probably still waving. Wave. And I'm going to point at the hammer with the, like, in between the snow globe and.
And you see his tiny little form kind of go wide-eyed
Mm.
and like step back.
Not like a
towards
threat.
The house.
I'm
He went-
gonna wave
he
and I'm
went
gonna.
inside the house.
Did he go in the house or did he just?
Not quite yet. He's getting there though.
Okay, maybe to protect himself. And I'm gonna be like thumbs up or like thumbs down.
And he just kind of gives you a.
Well, that's I don't really think that this is a murderous psychopath. He doesn't seem maybe it's just because snow globes are really thick. Otherwise, I would use a screwdriver. But also for the screwdriver, I might I'd have to turn it upside down. And I don't want to like kill him or something. So I'm gonna take the hammer and gesture to get in the house maybe.
And you see him questioning, and then he kind of like walks back up and like perches
Sure.
near the precipice of the
Sure.
door.
Oh well, and I'm gonna tap it with the hammer, like truly as like with like enough force, and I'm gonna try to break it, but I am trying to like not like I'm not trying to follow through on it. I'm just trying to hit the glass.
Okay. You do a first hit, and it's like a resounding like pink, and the you see the snow globe kind of shake a little bit. It's
Oh, God.
kind of pick up. You gotta hit this guy. It comes away unharmed. If you want to smash
fuck.
it,
Yeah, okay.
give me
I'm
a
gonna
strength save.
gesture to him to like get in the house because I'm like miming that I'm gonna have to like really hit at least. I'm gonna try to hit like like trying to hit like the cap of it so that I'm not like smashing down onto it, but like like vertical, horizontal, whatever. So yeah, I'm. Does he get in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna smash at it.
Okay. I will need a strength save from you.
Yeah. Fucking bet. Oh. What's my fucking strength? It's a 9. My strength is a 9. Is meeting it a fail or a pass?
A pass. You're equal to or under.
Just killed this fucker.
You round up, and with resounding force, you slam down upon it. Now, your hammer hits the glass and reverberates off, but the chime that comes from it is like this bing, this crystalline, clear tone.
Oh, it was so loud.
And as you smack into it, that tone rings out and it almost resonates. Like it continues, it doesn't dissipate. It's just a resounding ring that is like reverberating throughout this room here to the point where it's almost ear splitting. Then you see the snow globe crack. Like a hairform crack kind of like breaks into it. And then all at once, it just shatters.
Jesus. Back away. Xavier, back away.
As it shatters, you feel that reverberation. It's almost waves that hit you. It makes your stomach feel, again, that similar swooping sensation. But you remain in this place.
Thank God.
And lying before you is the shattered remains of a snow globe.
What about the dude?
What dude?
Don't you fuck with me. Where is the guy?
You don't
Where
see
is
him?
the house?
The house is there. Water has drained out.
Can I tap on the house?
Tap in the house, and no response.
Can I open the door to the house?
It's not a real door. It's more of like a fake one that was a little ajar that he kind of sneaked in. So it's all like
Randy, you keep your shit to yourself. Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
So we may have just let loose
stop talking.
this universe's Jack the Ripper.
He is not Jack the Ripper.
He could be. Maybe that's what was being hidden.
He's not gone. Doofus, remember he opened the door and now it's a door you can't open. Okay, so whatever happened there, it looks more like the connection between wherever he was and his place broke, not that we let him out.
Oh. You're kind of good at this stuff.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I could be wrong about everything I've ever said. Who knows? But it makes more sense. Which, like, also that sucks because he could have helped us, and now I don't think that he'll be here, so.
Right.
Unfortunately. Is there any sign of dude? Is there any sign of anything, or is everything just reverted to plastic instead of seeming real?
not in this room. You have a
Fucking
shattered
tight.
snow globe.
All
It's
right.
No, we're
glitter and
leaving
water
it.
everywhere.
Excellent. We have glitter on us now. We'll never get rid of it. Well, we tried.
It's only on my suit, by the way.
Right.
I go out and I say a little prayer for little dude in the snow globe because I think he's
Jack the
dead.
Ripper.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cool.
Now,
My
as
body
you-
count's now up to like what, 8?
Yeah, you murdered a couple people.
It was not on purpose. The first people, I just wanted to check on them.
There was a dozen in that first room, so
Shut up. quiet from the peanut gallery. We're
No.
pressing on.
As you head back into the hole, again, you have the jar door towards the end. You have the closed door that's formally at the end of this hole, and you have the other room to return to if you so choose.
We should probably go through
Let's just go.
the
Let's
jar
not
door.
speak of this to anyone. Let's just go.
The jar door appears to be another one of the cells. Like I said, this one was all the way at the end on the right-hand side. Not formally the end of the hall itself, just the end of the side walls, if that makes sense. So you walk up to it. Take a peek in the door. This one appears to be more stylized, like a formal jail cell. Concrete walls. There's no beds or anything like that, but that type of setup painted, probably white or gray. The exception of mold that covers the back
fuck no.
corner and creeps up the walls.
Or-
And the man kneeling on the floor, staring into that corner. He's wearing a blue outfit, has a belt, flashlight, and a vest on.
Is he covered in mold or shit, or is he?
His back is to you, it's hard to tell. Doesn't look like he's completely covered.
Hey. Hello. Did you just come out of a snow globe, or did you
As you
just all
ring
wear
out.
the same outfit?
You watch him stand up,
Oh God.
just upright, and turn around to face you. Now, as you see him stand up, you see the back of his neck.
No.
Just skin that's white.
Oh well.
And as the neck, writes itself upright, you see the black veins kind of going up the side. And he turns,
Can you please be normal?
and you see
Please.
the red eyes,
Please, 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 please.
and the fact that he's holding a shotgun.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh.
And as he turns, you hear the...
Oh.
Okay.
Move.
What do you
Xavier!
guys do?
Fucking booking it. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna wrestle him for the shotgun.
You wanna
Randy!
wrestle him?
Yeah,
Lovely.
because I want to get. I mean, if anyone's getting shot with a shotgun, it's me.
I have a
Uh,
bulletproof vest on.
It's fine. I run at the guy. To
All right, you
wrestle
run
the
forward.
shotgun.
I'm
I need
screaming
you
bloody
to make
murder.
a dexterity save to see if you can act before him in this moment.
Okay.
Does it assist in any way that I'm screaming like a banshee?
Okay. 3 under my. what is
Yeah.
that? 9. 3 under my 9. Oh, that's.
Okay, so you are able to act first. What do you do as he's slowly turning? You see the
I
stark white
grab
face,
the
red
shotgun.
eyes.
You know what I want to do to that shotgun? I want
Break
to,
it?
break it. Like I
Yeah,
want to
break the
slam it
shotgun?
on something. Like maybe
I
so-
think
crack
this is
it in
really
half
where
or
it really
something.
comes out that neither of us has held a shotgun before
It's true.
and have no idea about the structural integrity of that.
That's true. I just want to. Whatever I want to do is stop him from using said shotgun.
So the way that this type of system works is when it comes to actions like this, it's the one who is most at risk that makes the save. In this case,
Yep.
the guy holding the shotgun. So as you run up and try and wrestle it away, let's see if he makes a save. And as you grasp onto the shotgun, you feel those red eyes staring into you, the black ichor leaking out of them down the side of his face. Those hands clamp-like on it. You try and pull, and it barely shifts in your direction. Bire, you have a moment to act, if you so choose.
I'm gonna use my screwdriver to stab dude in the shoulder.
All right,
This
so
is
you run
just
up
all I
and
can see.
stab. Now he's currently locked in conflict
Yes, I'm
with
aware.
Xavier, so you're able to kind of get in there easily enough and go for the jab. Screwdriver in this nature is going to be a D6. Give me that damage roll, please.
See. 6.
Okay.
Nice.
So you take the screwdriver and you start to drive it in, and you see it connect onto the armor that he's wearing, and you jam into it, and you're starting to pierce through. It's not quite enough to deal serious harm to this form, but you are making progress. It is his turn. So, fighting for control of the shotgun. It's simple. All he does is take the shotgun and just slam it straight forward,
Ow.
trying to knock into Xavier. In this case, it deals 4 points of damage minus your armor, so 3 to your hit protection.
Okay.
As he shoves into you, knocking you back, creating enough space to start to level that gun, but it is your turn to act again. What do you guys do?
He's trying to level it.
Yeah. To fire the shot directly into you.
Can I... I'm not trying to, like, take the gun. I'm just trying to keep it from shooting my friends, right?
Okay.
So I'm just trying to shoot, like, I want to aim it up so it, when he fires, it, like, as soon as he's, like, finger moves to fire it, it aims at the air, is what I want to do.
So again, this will be another save from him, because you were trying to act, and they're theoretically the one most at risk, so I'll roll and we'll deal with the consequences when they become appropriate. So, you begin to try and shift the gun up. And we'll see what happens on his turn. However, Bire, what are you doing?
Rearing back and stabbing again.
Another stab? Alright, give me another d6 roll. 2. You see the screwdriver kind of like hit into the body armor again, and it's just like you feel the resistance and you're not getting through in this case. Bringing it to his turn, whereas Xavier's trying to push the shotgun up. This guy he's stronger than he looks.
Shit.
And you hear the click. Fire out of the shotgun. You know, it's sitting directly in front of Xavier. Thankfully, as you're pushing it up and away, as it fires, the buckshot just scatters, and you feel some of it sort of pepper against the suit you're wearing. It is enough to take it. He only did 1 point of damage, and you're wearing armor, so the sound goes off. It's sort of deafening, especially to Bire, and you're sitting right next to it, and you see like the back wall gets a scatter shot of buckshot as it hits into the wall on the far side of the room. What do you guys do?
All right. Yeah, I tried to play nice.
Really?
I put my finger. Yeah, I did. I tried to stop him from shooting people. So now I'm gonna shoot him with his own rifle. I'm gonna put my hand on the trigger as we're wrestling it and shoot it at him. Because if he can do it, I can do it.
What wonderful logic, yes. However,
we're
am
sitting
also
here holding
over
the
there.
shaft and like this and like fighting back and forth, right? I can put my hand where his finger is already at and put pressure on it. That's not that
Fair
bad.
enough. I'll let you see if you do this. Let's make a strength save.
I don't have Kevlar on my head.
We're pointing it at it, like he's pointing it at me, and I'm like wrestling.
Yes, where do you think I am in this situation currently?
I'm pointing at him. At him.
I'm on him.
Oh fuck. That's right. I forgot you were right there stabbing him. I was thinking about me.
Fucking door watching this shit with popcorn. Like, damn, what a fight.
I don't know.
Go
what
ahead.
to do,
You already said it. I'm committed. I'm cool
All
with
right.
it. Let's see
You've
what
got your
happens.
revolver too. If you mean you can
You did
wrestle
have
for this.
Can I just like pull out my revolver and shoot him? Is it that simple?
Maybe you
I
put your
just was
pack on the
figuring
outside.
that would take like 2 actions, probably.
You presumably had a bag to hold your stuff,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have that in your suit. That might be draped over.
So I can
the
just like
side.
boom,
Yeah,
shoot
go
at
ahead,
him.
sure. Well, let's do
Cool.
it.
Are
Cool.
the gloves thin enough to still be able to get through the trigger the hole?
Let's see.
This is one of those I guess this was a snub-nosed revolver. Yeah, let's say so.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
it's a little hard, but
I mean,
Yeah.
but
As
necessity
long as you don't fuck up
calls.
roll.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I let
No.
go of the shotgun and I pull the revolver and like, boom, try to shoot him.
okay. Now this revolver only has those 4
Mhm.
vibrating
bullet.
bullets, the special ones. So as you fire and pull the trigger in close proximity, I need you to roll d8.
Okay.
Ooh.
D8. That is a 6.
A 6. Okay.
The vibrating damage.
As you fire, you see it pierce through the vest that he is wearing in this case, and just a explosion of black ichor just into the chest. The holes formed with the form of the blast, and you see it kind of like cascade out the back and just paint the back of the wall.
Backing away quickly.
He's still probably going.
The body slumps over and falls to the ground.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I killed a man. Oh my god, I killed a man.
Welcome to the club. Let's go.
You probably dragged me out of the room. 'cause
Yeah,
just
I'm pulling. I'm like, fuck this. Before he gets up, I don't have time to double tap. Let's go.
Doing
Oh my
any
God.
searching, anything?
No,
I mean-
fuck no. I'm
yeah, no.
dragging his body out of here.
And shutting that door.
Yeah. Leave the door ajar. Why the fuck did anybody do that?
There was a nice shotgun there, but however, you shut the door.
Fuck that.
He's like, there's nice loot.
Yeah.
No.
no. I'm too.
You won't trick me
catatonic,
again.
Probably from trying to grab. Like I just shot him. Like probably in the chest, and it.
Yeah,
exploded.
it's like, you guys were clean, and
Yeah.
now you're not. That yellow was just like coated in black, and Bire much the same.
Great.
As you start dragging Xavier back, you guys just head back to that central room.
Yes. Also, Xavier, if it makes you feel any better, since he exploded black, I think we can all assume that wasn't blood anymore. So, you
Yes.
know.
That's a good point.
Probably
I
was
told you he
already
was
dead.
Probably, I told you he was probably Jack the Ripper, and you didn't
Dude,
listen.
that was probably a different person. Since
I-
the person we talked to didn't have red glowy eyes, he looked normal. This was probably just another security guard.
Why is there
I bet you
security?
anything, everyone trapped up here was a security guard. They're probably just guinea pigs to these people. It's like, you know, like a red shirt, you know.
Yeah, like a red shirt. You're right.
So,
No. As you
Fine.
enter, that space once more. You guys went in through the north door. There is that tower in the center. There is the barricaded door to the south. There's that hallway you could return to once more. We have just enough time to do one more thing. What do you guys do as you enter the space again?
so we're back with all of the doors where the snow globe and shit was.
Oh yeah, so you were already in that hallway basically. So you're able
Okay,
to
okay.
close the door again, and presumably you were returning to like the checkpoint area, or
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and that's what I mean. So as you run down that hall, leaving those doors beyond, cross
Okay.
through.
Is there a door on the opposite side?
Yeah. So as you cross back into that main space, there's that panopticon type of column that sits in the center of the room, sort of glass viewpoint around. And then there is the door on the southern side. The door on the southern side, much like the one you have just, walked back through. In this case, it's those bar doors on a sliding track. Those doors are resoundingly shut, and the way is sort of barricaded by all of that equipment. It's just been haphazardly pushed up against the door. So you can dig through the barricade, you can go up into the little panopticon, or you can head back into the hallway. The choice is yours.
Let's do the barricade.
Yeah.
Let's go. Start trying to knock shit out of the way. Pretty haphazardly, just get it out so that it's quick movements.
And easy enough, you are able to kind of carve away and push some of the equipment aside. Find yourselves at that barred door.
All right.
Barred, how barred? Barred, laying across, or barred as in that's just those pressure things that you push?
Oh, it's a literal bar door.
Oh.
Now, you can see a hallway beyond, and a doorway at the end with typed letters, archive, on them.
Okay. Okay.
It's a fairly short hallway. However, as you go to shift the door, because it's a bar door that's on a track that shifts open and closed. As you go to try and wrench it, it just stays stuck.
Can I check the cylinder room for a button?
Way to open it.
Yeah.
And for the sake of brevity, as we approach the end of the session here, as you walk up into the observation cylinder, you find a few things. A desk, a terminal, the terminal itself, the screen lit up, and it reveals various states. So it lists room names, and next to it, locked, secured, breached.
Boy, that would have been helpful.
Yep.
Breached. And then all the way down to the archive is secured. Now, as you see that terminal, there's also a agent sitting displayed up on the desk, draped across it. It looks as if their fingernails have been sort of ripped off, and you see on the desk, written in blood, "The darkness watches through her eyes." And conveniently, next to an outstretched hand, is a small notebook.
I mean, I'm gonna look at the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
As you quickly pop open the notebook and flip through, it appears to be a number of security codes.
Perfect.
Yep, we put them in. Before we do that, can I just see what the name on the room with murder hobo with shotgun?
The snow globe, also.
Yeah,
Not just that
I
guy.
just want to know what those rooms were.
They're just containment cells.
Okay,
That's all
so
it's listed as.
it's just
Containment cell
containment
1 to
2.
a dozen, basically.
Okay. I was wondering if it had the name of the patient or whatever is wrong with them, but no. Okay, cool. Yeah, we opened the door to the archive, or try to, whatever that access.
So easy enough, you're able to quickly pull the notebook up, flip through, you see a series of codes typed into the computer, 8024, and you see that emergency light sort of double time and flash, and you hear a bam, bam, bam coming from the other room, and as the bars of that security door shift open, revealing the way to the archives. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Damn.
Yeah. You almost murdered us.
Oh, shut up.
No, I was
You almost
terrified.
shot me.
I thought it was over.
You could have shot me.
That's true. But I will say, I think that's what would have happened, because he would have not been paying attention, because he was fighting for a shotgun.
Fair enough. Now, before we leave, let's quickly go around, reintroduce yourself, who you are, what you do, where we can find you, and anything you would like to shout out before the end of this episode.
Yep. Hi, everybody. I'm Brandy Rose at the Brandy Rose on Twitter, at Brandy Rose Official on Instagram, and on Cutest Patoot on Twitch and TikTok. So make sure you hit follow on all of those to keep up with everything that I'm doing. I'm a producer, I'm a performer, voice actor, director, all of the things, GM, game designer. If you can imagine a hat, I am wearing it. If you want to keep up with all of the things that I do, Tuesdays I appear on twitch.tv/unmadegaming as Alara Kaya, my original Scream Queen role, for a very cool sci-fi horror 80s show that is now in season 2, which is really, really exciting. So that's where you can catch me Tuesday nights. Apart from that, make sure to keep up with the Twitter. That's where all the announcements for projects go, because I do too many things and I can't list them all, and I can't remember them all at once. However, also my pinned tweet on Twitter is a GoFundMe. I'm in a sitch. I'd like to no longer be in that sitch, and if you like the things that I make and would like me to continue to be able to make things and do things and be seen and see things and exist, really, if I would consider sharing that or contributing to it where you can, it will continue to be up as it continues to be necessary. So make sure to check that out. And apart from that, I post updates both on that and on all of my work on my Twitter more often than anything else. So thank you.
And hey, everybody, I'm Randy Alvarenga. I played Xavier today, but typically I play a lot of different characters in a lot of different streams. And you can find all of that on my Twitter, which is Roller Raja, ROLLERRAJA, to find out what's going on. Right now, currently on Tuesdays, I'm over on Saving Throw Show playing a Let's Play of the Few and Cursed RPG game that's currently in Kickstarter, currently at like $13,000. So if you haven't backed that yet, or you just want to check out what is this post-apocalyptic sort of Western game, go and check that out. I'm doing Edge of Legends, which is a Pathfinder 2e game. I'm also sometimes doing Shadowrun over on Gen Con TV on Thursdays. So lots of cool, fun stuff. Oh, and getting ready to shoot season 3 of a Savage Worlds game called Harbingers. If you don't know it, I highly recommend. It's a great show, or at least I think so. But regardless of if you are just checking this out or you're checking out any of those things, I'm just really thankful for any support that you can give. It really means a lot. So thanks.
Okay. And finally, my name is Josh Domansky. I am the director of the series. I am also the co-author and designer for the Bureau as a module. So go find that. You can find that on Exalted Funeral if you haven't already heard me drive that into the ground. However, I am an author of indie tabletop adventures, and I do layout and design work. So feel free to give me a shout out if you need anything in that way. Apparently, I also run games on the internets now, so there's that. Yay! As always, if you guys like this episode, if you've made it this far, we're only one episode now left for our finale to end this whole series. Please do some helping for us. Shout it out, tell your friends, link this on social media, follow the Gehenna Gaming YouTube channel. All that stuff really helps us support, well, one, the channel, and two, this series in general, as we continue to let folks see the cool things that we do. And that is all. So, that being said, we will see you all next week.